So today we're gonna see photography chapter. So everyone, do you like taking a picture?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of you, right? Yep. So camera and computer technology is essential to business, advertising, education, government, mass media, and entertainment. It has commercial applications and personal applications. Among these individuals are artists who have carved out a space for human expression within the vast flow of information and images that the camera and the computer have enabled. So we're gonna see a brief photography history. 1 second. So the earliest written record that has come down to us of the principle behind the photography is from Chinese philosopher named Mo Tai, who lived during the 5th century BCE. And Mo Tai noticed that the light passing through a pinhole opening into a darkened chamber would from an exact view of the world outside, but upside down. A century or so later, the Greek philosopher Aristotle observed a similar phenomena and wondered what caused them. And early in 11th century, the Arab mathematician and physicist Alhazen set up an experiment in a dark room in which light from several candles passed through a pinhole in a partition, projecting images of the candle frames onto a surface on the other side. So Alhazen's works circulated in translation in Europe, where early scientists continued his investigations into the behavior of light. But it was not until Renaissance that a practical device was developed to harness those principles. It was known as the camera obscura, Latin for dark room. With the development of lenses during the 16th century, the camera obscura would be made to focus the image it projected. Artists of the time, concerned with making optically convincing representations through perspective and the chiaroscuro, welcomed this improved camera obscura as a drawing tool. So let me share a video to show how the camera obscura is working.
How to transform a room into a camera obscura. A camera obscura, also known as a pinhole camera, is the concept that made modern-day photography possible. Now use the same principle to turn a whole room into a walk-in camera. You will need a room with one window, 3 or more 28 by 22-inch sheets of black poster board, a flashlight, a utility knife, and duct tape. Optional, a white sheet, a blanket, and a camera with exposure settings. Step 1. Find a room that has a window with a decent view. Look for a blank wall opposite the window, since that's where the picture will be projected. If it's not blank, hang a white sheet on the wall. Step 2. Unscrew the ring from the top of the flashlight and remove the lens. Place the ring in the middle of the sheet of poster board and cut a hole around it. Then, tape the ring to the cardboard with duct tape. This will be the lens for the camera obscura. Step 3. Tape the remaining poster board over the window, overlapping if necessary. Leave an area uncovered in the middle of the window for the lens. Step 4. Tape the lens backing to the window with duct tape. The window should now be completely covered, and aside from the lens hole, there should be no light passing through. Step 5. Turn off all lights in the room and close the door so that the only light entering the room is from the camera lens. After a few minutes, your eyes will adjust to the dark, and an image should appear on the wall opposite the window.
All right, so it looks cool, right? So that is camera obscura. So this is the modern camera, as you can see. Despite the sophistication of modern photographic equipment, the basic mechanism of the camera is simple. And it is no different in theory from that of camera obscura. Let's see. So there are two mirrors in the modern camera like this. So the light goes through the lens and it reflects on the first mirror, and then it goes to the second mirror and it reflects on the opposite side of the window we see. So the object is not upside down. So let's see the beginning of the camera now. This is a French inventor, Niepce, worked with a specially coated pure plate in the camera obscura. And the Niepce recorded a fuzzy version of the view from his window after an exposure of 8 hours. And Niepce was corresponding with another Frenchman here, Daguerre, who was also experimenting with method to fix the photographic image. These two men worked separately and communicated in code to keep their progress from prying eyes. However, in 1839, Daguerre made the breakthrough, recording in his studio an image that was clear and sharp by methods that others could duplicate easily. Daguerre's light-sensitive surface was a copper plate coated with silver iodide, and he named his invention the daguerreotype. So this is the picture, his breakthrough picture. Daguerre made the image illustrated here in 1839, the year the French government announced his discovery to the world. However, for all its early success, the daguerreotype was ultimately a blind allay for photography. The process produces a positive image, an image in which light and dark values appear correctly, just like the left picture. So this image is unique and cannot be reproduced. The plate is the photograph. And the future of the photography instead lay in technology that produced a negative image, like the right image. So one in which light and dark values were reversed. This negative could be used again and again to create several positive images on light-sensitive paper. Photography found its essence as an art of potentially unlimited, low-cost multiples. So early photography required long exposure times and bulky equipment. This meant that photographers could not yet capture action, just like this picture. So the renowned civil photographer Timothy O'Sullivan created many images that have become part of the American cultural identity. However, none pictures a battle on their way. And this cumbersome progress had changed by the 1880s when technical advances reduced exposure time to a fraction of a second, allowing cameras to capture life as it happened without asking it to pose. Then in 1888, an American named George Eastman developed a camera, the Kodak, in which changed the photography forever. Unlike earlier camera, the Kodak was lightweight and handheld, which meant it could be taken anywhere. The camera came loaded with a new invention, a roll of film enough for 100 photographs. The Kodak and cameras opened photography up to amateurs, and it quickly became a popular hobby. From the beginning, there were photographers and critics who insisted that photography could also be practiced as an art. Today, photography is fully integrated into the art world of museums and galleries, and many artists who are not primarily photographers work with photographic images. So there are two great female photographers videos in the Moodle Room page. Please watch them so you can see how contemporary photographers convey their messages through their photographs. So I hope you enjoyed the artist videos, and we have a sketchbook project today. So today's sketchbook project is photography. Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be really simple. You're gonna love it. So for this photography project, you will just need a smartphone or digital camera or any cameras you have. After taking a picture, then you will post your picture in the Moodle Room, sketchbook project forum page as usual. Then now let's see what we are going to take. So here is the theme of the project. Take a photo which shows your identity, personality, and characteristics in a representational or non-representational way. It can be black and white, or it can be color, it can be abstract, it can be figurative, just to choose any style, theme, or objects which represent yourself. And post your photograph with a short description as usual, and tell us why you think it represents yourself. Very simple. And now, let me share my photograph work. So this is one of my photograph work. I always dream if I were born again, I would be a bird. So I could be free to go anywhere. And I also wish I could be living in the nature, so any civilized things could not bother me. So I mixed them together in one photograph. So that describes me. I'm a person who would be free to travel and loves nature. So that's the photograph of myself. And now let me share more examples. Some of the examples might not be exactly related to the main topic of this project, but you can get some inspiration now to take a creative photograph. So this is a self photograph by photo montage technique. So you can use a photo editing apps or programs if you can use that, or to make this effect, you can print two pictures and make the photo montage, collage, to create this effect. And you can access a conceptual theme for this project. You don't need to include yourself to show who you are in your photograph. You can just take a picture of an object which is related to yourself. From my other, the same course, some of the students, found the pictures from the internet. That's not allowed. You must take a picture yourself. And these are just the example. And you can create a very interesting effect like this picture. And the interesting point in this photograph, I think, is the saturation and the color points. The girl's dress has only vivid color here, and the lake and the forest are black and white. And also the foreground is brown with very low saturation. The low saturation of the subordination makes this girl as a focal point. Very interesting and creative picture.
The background almost looked like her hair.
Yes, yes,
It was
exactly.
nice.
Yes. And also you can create a powerful photography by using a dramatic concept like this work of art. Or you can take a place as a picture where it's meaningful to you. Or you can make a story in your photograph. And also you can make something fun like this picture. It doesn't need to be very serious. Now, if you like something simple and fun, then you can find the easiest way for this project, because it is also showing yourself. Oh, this photo tells us a strong message, a mother. You can show a message through your photograph. It must be also talking about yourself. And you can show a sense of humor like this picture. It looks very, rhythmical photograph. Oh, it can be grotesque. If it is related to yourself, then, you can do it like that. And if you need, you can add a simple drawing on your photograph. Also, you can choose a theme and an object to show yourself, or you can use a silhouette. So that's it. Don't make it complicated, everyone. Think it easy and make it simple. Art is a visual language. Now, through this project, think about yourself and tell us who you are in a visual language. I can't wait to see your photographs works. And when you're ready to post to your work, please now post to your photograph here in week 9-1 sketchbook project. I'm sorry, the number is wrong. Photography page with a short description by tonight. And by tomorrow, please reply to your peers.